It's a very different world that we're in as musicians now, because uprooted in the attic in the universe were really like my own recordings that I didn't expect anybody to hear. And Hospice was kind of that way too, but it was with the intent of getting it out to a lot of people, and that's what happened. And so now we're making records knowing that there's a big audience for them. So it's I'm happy with it though. It's a nice kind of motivation to keep writing music and to keep recording, to know that people will hear it, feel one way or another. Hospice was really a record written about a relationship. So that was the main inspiration for it. It was just a difficult relationship that went through. I think any intense writing process to some degree is kind of isolating. You need to cut off the outside world a little bit just to focus and to
reclusive. I think reclusive.
A little bit, but I was still living in New York City, and still, when I wasn't writing, it wasn't like I was hiding in a cave or anything. It was, hanging out with friends. I don't like to be completely shut off from the world while we're writing, while we're recording. We have a lot of privacy in our studio, which is where we do most of our creative work, but at the same time, we're there for about 8 hours a day, and then we go home to our apartments, to our friends, girlfriends, etc. So it's, I think like any work that you do, there's a certain amount of time spent in containment, working and focusing. I think Hospice is definitely a concept album. It's intended to be a story told through these songs. It follows a sequence. It starts in one place, finishes in another, and there are characters, a lot of interconnected themes. It's definitely a concept. I think Burst Apart was moving more in that direction, more of a collection of songs that, while musically they're all related, and lyrically to some degree they're related, it's not intended to be a concept record. As far as what we do next, it's hard to say. I think we're moving into this way of all of us working together, where there's less planning than there is with a concept record. It's more about the kind of ideas that come out when we're just playing music together. I think Hospice is ultimately an optimist. It's an optimistic record coming from a very dark place. So it's coming from a very low point and trying to find meaning in it, a reason to care about it, a reason to value a difficult experience, and that it's becoming stronger as a result of it. And I think Burst Apart is a little bit more about the subtlety of just growing up and the way that your relationships with people, and in our case, being on tour a lot, which it can be a strain on relationships, the way that can make it difficult to maintain these kinds of friendships and romantic relationships. And, but ultimately, I think it's an optimistic record. I think it's positive. At least that's the point. But I've always felt that it's more rewarding to find positivity and optimism through struggle as opposed to just easily right in front of you. Obviously, happy things, sunshine.